Okay, come on. Let's clap. Like my mother always say, good morning, guys. Like my mother always say, thank God for Jesus. It is a throwback Thursday. This Thursday, October the 19th, 2023, 32 minutes after the hour, guys. Welcome to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team with the Queen, SennyJ. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right, guys. That chat room is wide open, or you can call in 570-982-6950. Like I say each and every morning, please like, share, and subscribe and follow the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team. This way you get your morning love. But most importantly, it's the only place on earth, this entire universe, where you get your morning started right. To the Queen, SennyJ, good morning. God bless. Good to see you. You looking well. And how are you, young lady?
Morning, Sean. I'm doing great. We have an amazing show for you all today on this Throwback Thursday. We're going to get started with Senny Says, where I will let you know everything that has been going on in Hollywood and entertainment news. We're also going to have Front Page News with Senny J, where I will let you know what is happening locally, nationally, and globally. So you want to make sure you stick around for
Of course, you want to make sure you stick around for everything that SennyJ has to offer. And welcome to the show, guys. And we truly appreciate you. Excuse us for starting a little late today, and I'll tell you why. I was talking to the
there's a
queen.
show.
I was talking to the Queen, SennyJ, and I was also talking to my daughter. I'm about to be a grandfather in a few days. So, we're excited about that. But I was talking to SennyJ earlier as well. The show started late because SennyJ, I had to drop my car over to the repair shop um, uh, to get a sensor changed, right? And which they're doing right now. And as soon as we're done, hopefully by 12 noon, I could get my car back. Welcome to this show, guys. Only place on earth where you get your morning started, right? And sitting, I have an old car, and but it runs great, and it saves me a lot of money. So my wife is like, "Yo, it's time for you to get a new car," which I believe it is. Uh, but my whole financial plan with that is I just want to buy the car, SennyJ. I don't want to finance a car. I'm too old to finance anything at this point, but I don't want to finance the car. I want to sit there, and I want to, I think my car can still go, a few more. I think the end of the year or the rest of the, a few more months. I think my car can go. And I'm so proud of myself because I treated that car so well and so good, and I kept the maintenance up on it, and it's made me a lot of money, and I'm just so proud of myself with this particular car. But yes, it's time to get rid of the car. But Cindy, my whole thing with that, like I just said,
You dropped it off to get rid of it?
no, I dropped it off to get it repaired.
Okay.
It's a minor repair. It's a sensor that went out on the car. I had the car, for a long time. So, after a while, these things start to fail, and you replace them and you keep it pushing. Welcome to the show, guys. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Shawn Harvey Morning Show feature Wake Up Team with the Queen, SennyJ, on a Throwback Thursday. We truly appreciate you guys tuning in. But SennyJ, my whole plan is to just buy a car. SennyJ, I'll be honest with you. Um, I'm I'm trying to stay away from the monthly car payment. Put a number one in the chat room if you ever dealt with the monthly car payment with the finance charges and all of that. And I mean, sometimes, of course, it's just a good deal to go with that and uh, and 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 uh, and make your monthly payments for your car. I get it. I've done that. I think we all have. But have you ever find yourself in a position, guys? Welcome to the show, only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Shawn Harvey Morning Show. What? Go ahead, Cindy. What?
No, I was just apologizing because I don't know what's going on, but my neighbors are wilding out. And I don't know if you can hear it.
So let's switch gears. Are they white folks or black folks?
They're Spanish, like from I don't know what type of Spanish. I think no, they're Ecuadorian, I think. So, and the mom,
What is she saying?
I don't know. I just hear like yelling and like definitely something's being thrown about.
So
But she
go to the window, bro.
I think she has two small kids. So it's either the kids are throwing a tantrum or she's about to whoop that ass.
Why don't you put the
Or is in
camera?
the process of whooping that ass. You know what I'm saying? It's very early in the morning.
Is there is
But
there
like I can hear the yelling and like something hit my wall. So the
is
way
there
the house is like my top room is like a it's big. It's like an attic, but the walls up here are very thin. So I don't know. I hope everything's all right over there. But sorry, I just it's going down over there.
well the city like then put the camera up over there. Let us see what's going on.
You can't see anything. It's just the wall.
All right. So then when they start yelling, put the your device by the wall so we can hear this. You know, us folks are nosy as hell. All right, listen, before we get back, well, we're gonna get back into what I was talking about. And then also Cindy's gonna update us when her people's over there fighting next door where she lives. Guys, put a number one in the chat room if you ever had a car payment. Put a number two. Put a number two if you don't have a car. Put a number two if you're driving right now and you don't have a car payment. Put a number one if you have that monthly car payment. Cindy, have you ever had a monthly car payment?
Yes, Sean. I actually like this was years ago, like maybe like 10 years ago, I want to say. I had bought a Dodge Caliber, right? I was like so excited. This was like it was like my second it was like my second new car, right? And I mean it was a used car, but it was only driven like 1,000 miles, right? So did all the payments, set it up, blah blah blah. Why like 6 months later I got into an accident where I totaled it. And the insurance covered the whole thing. So it just went away. I didn't owe anything.
Good.
Um and then yeah, ever since then I've just been buying cars like straight out, like used cars or whatever. So, but I don't think the payment life is for me. So annoying. But I
Right.
do want a newer car, so maybe I will. I think I'm young enough to start a car payment. But if I don't have to, I will not. Like, come on, them car payments be like mortgages. People paying $500 for the car payment, another $400 for insurance. Like, get out of here with all that.
Right, exactly, and that's what it is. Like in my situation, where it's like I don't really have, I don't have all of those extra expenses. So, people, it's easy. Anybody could go. I don't care. You could have a negative 300 credit score. You could go out there and get a car.
Word, they
They'll
gonna
give
give
you
you
a
a
car.
car.
They will give you a car. You want a car? Is there a car right there for you? Yeah, get in the drive. You want two? We'll give you two.
Right.
But it goes back to what you said. Like you can and you can put $4 down on the car. But then your payments are $16,000 a month, the whole car, the whole thing. We already know that. But folks in the chat room, put a number one chat room if you're currently making the monthly payment. And listen, there's nothing wrong with it. If you can afford it, it's all good. I mean, if it's, you got good credit, you don't have good credit. Cars are one of those situations where you can just, they can retrieve the car back. So that's why they give people cars. It's really hard to just not pay for a car and keep it because they'll come and get it. Put a number one chat room if you got a car payment right now. Currently, put a number two if you don't. And it's weird, Cindy, you make a car payment and then you pay for the car. And for some reason, and people say this all the time, the moment you pay for the car, then something happens to the car.
Mm-hmm.
After you pay 17 years for the car. And 2 months after that, the car breaks down. And it's still not worth nothing.
I have one of my friends that's actually going through that right now. She just finished paying off her car like maybe 2 months ago, and her car's in the shop right now for like some like weird freaky sensor thing, but it's like messing with her engine. Like it's gonna be a big job too. So
Right.
she's
And
so
it's
upset about it.
see like all these censures go out and but if you're about that car payment life and it works for you and you can afford it, I'm not mad at you. But I think if everyone in this chat room had a choice to literally buy the car if they could, they would without financing it. So put a number
Yeah.
one in the chat room if you paying the monthly payment. Put a number two if you're not. I see. Uh, and how long you been paying for that car? We used to go back to Major World, SennyJ. They was giving us cars. I had 4 car payments. They would give you a car. You just go over there and just order a car. Just get and just drive out with a car.
Right.
Put a number one in the chat room if y'all remember Major World from Queens, New York. Is it still, and is Major World still operating? Put a number one in the chat room if y'all remember Major World from Queens, New York. Everybody used to cop a car. Cindy, it was one of those car dealerships where they blasted on urban radio. All the black folks, Latinos came out.
I, I
Very seen white folks at these type of locations. And it was in Queens, New York. It was on Northern Boulevard, SennyJ. Literally, you could be a homeless dude and walk in and say, I need a car. And they will give you a car.
I remember. I used to remember the commercials.
Welcome to the show, guys. Only place on earth where you get your morning started, right? Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team with the Queen, SennyJ, and the Queen, Miss Miko, who's on the other side of the earth. I don't know when she's coming back. Cindy, do you have a Miko report before we start the show? Because Miko and all her girlfriends are taking pictures in all these exotic places while the world is burning.
Well, she's had this trip planned for a long time. So she is having a great time. I've spoken with her. She's in Bali and she's going to be coming home soon. They're probably going to do a stop in Singapore, I believe, and do a few days there, and then she will be on her way home. So have no fear. Your girl Miss Miko will be here one of these days. But she sends her love to everybody, and definitely follow her, like her pictures, all that.
Right. And Miss Miko, feel free to come into the chat room if you don't mind while you're somewhere in the North Pacific, if that's okay with you, or the South Pacific.
It's like night over there right now. She's
She
probably
said like that.
sleeping. They're
Put a number
like they're like 10 hours ahead of us.
Put a number one chat room if you purchase a car from Major World, Queens, New York, Northern Boulevard in the 90s. Guys, City, let's start the show. Welcome to the show, only place on earth where you get your morning started. Right, Shawn Harvey on the show, feature Wake Up Team with the Queen, SennyJ. Hey, a week from now, next Thursday, we're at Comedy in Harlem. Our once a month comedy show. Y'all come on out. Music with DJ Hot Sauce, hosted by your friend, your buddy Shawn Harvey. Doors open up at 6, showtime 7. Y'all come on out. My man Drew Chiz is celebrating his birthday at Comedy Harlem next week. So y'all come on out. If y'all never seen Drew, y'all come on out and let's have a good time. Go ahead, Cindy. What's the first thing you have?
Well, the first thing I have, this is regarding Candace Owens and Carly Russell. You guys know I gave you that story last week about Carly Russell, the girl who just recently went to court to face her crimes for telling everybody that in she was kidnapped, or I guess we assumed that she was kidnapped, and she just recently went to court and the judge had ordered her to pay $18,000 in fines and I believe 1 year in jail, but her defense team is going to appeal that. Well, Candace Owens, everybody's favorite Black Republican commentator, she said that she will offer Carly Russell $18,000 to pay her fines if she reveals where she was located during the 48 hours when went missing. Um, she has said she wants her to sit down and talk with her um so that they can break the internet. She says, please come on this show. We are begging. I will pay the $18,000 fine if you sit down with me and give me a one-on-one on where you were for the 48 hours. I mean that. Take it to the bank, Carly. Talk to me on this show about where the heck you were for 48 hours. America deserves to know. We would break the internet, Carly. Let's break it together. So that was her plea to Carly. We don't have any updates if Carly Russell has accepted that. A lot of people are saying, Candace, who cares? you're going to pay that girl's fines and she's just going to come on the show and lie. She's a liar. That's what she does, obviously. So I don't know. Do you guys want to know where Carly was for 48 hours when we all thought that she was missing? I know, me personally, I was really affected by it. I was like, damn, like, is homegirl all right? Like, that, the fact that, we're being abducted at an alarming rate. It was very scary to think that was happening in America, even though it is
Uh,
happening in America, but so blatantly, like, just like on the bridge, and then all of a sudden you reappear. Like, that's crazy. So I don't know. We'll see.
okay, only place on earth where you get your morning started, right? Shout out to DJ Tall Guy in the group room. I'm in the room right now. Shout out to Princess Cox No Pause. SennyJ, who replies, who cares? Shout out to D-Lo Mathis in the chat room. We truly appreciate you. To my beloved sis Lynette Serrano, God bless you. And all lovers, we'll keep naming names in a minute. LaShawn Hayes Jones, God bless you. Uh, I agree with Princess Cox No Pause. Who cares? But I want to say this about this particular story.
Okay.
Candace Owens, a Republican Trump lover. You do have black folks for Trump, and black folks for Trump stay away from me.
Black Republicans for Trump.
But you know what? I'm not mad at Candace Owens because she's really living that Trump life. She's married or engaged, or her boyfriend is a pure Republican, a pure Babylonian, not an urban Babylonian. Big difference. This is pure 100% born in the USA and having a baby by this guy. So she's living that life. But let me say this to you, Miss Candace Owens. You are not going to come back to the hood because you're not about this life to interview one of our own. That's one of our cousins that spazzed out and did this reckless crime, which, I thought it was a crime. There was a misdemeanor charge that they gave. But City reported on this. But black folks that are Republican, stay in your lane. Don't come to our hood and offer up $18,000 to this young lady. Like, to me, that is so disrespectful.
Oh my
It
goodness.
seems like you feel like you better than you're going to come down to the hood and rescue a bitch. You trying to save a hoe.
No.
Stay your punk ass in your Republican realm with your Babylonian friends. You're already so super popular as a African-American woman who is a Republican. I guess there's not a lot of competition going on with that because I don't know a lot of African-American soul sisters that are Republicans. So you probably corner the market over there, but don't bring your ass down here to the hood to exploit one of our own, because that's what you're doing. And which one of your white folks even care about this Miss Russell who made up this whole hoax? Deal with the white, deal with the Babylonians that you deal with, young lady, because that's where you at. You about that life, and I'm not mad at you. Your husband looked like Tom Brady, but at least Tom Brady got some swag about himself.
Leave her alone. I have a love-hate relationship.
Candace Owens, stay in your lane. You built the empire with the Babylonians, with being a Trump lover and being a Republican and a conservative reporter. Stay there. We don't want you there. We don't want you here. I was going to say down here. We don't want you there. No. This young lady, Miss Russell, need to be interviewed by SennyJ and myself. Because first of all, we're not giving her $18,000. And we're going to be like, girl, what was wrong with you? Let's talk about it. So to my African-American Republicans, stay in your lane. Have your little caucus and have your little get-togethers and leave us alone. And don't come to the hood trying to give away money like you playing Robin Hood. I don't like what Candace Owens is doing, young lady. Stay in the Republican side. Stay over there.
Listen, Carly better come and get this money, okay? You need it, girl, obviously. And if all things keep going the way they're going, you're probably going to go to jail. So If I were her, I would run on over there, get your little story together, and be like, yes, I will have a sit down. Because to be honest, when she even went for her court date, she had her hair all done. Paparazzi was out there. She over there flipping her hair. The girl wants her 5 minutes of fame. So go on and take it and at least get some money to pay these court fines. Because obviously, you know your parents ain't got it. So, girl, stop. And you just got out of nursing school. You in debt. Girl, go get that $18,000 and go talk to the lady. That's what I say.
She could get that 18,000 from P. Diddy. Don't worry about it.
P. Diddy ain't giving away no type of money. Okay? He's over there suing his former partner. Okay? Go get it from the lady. Go get that 18,000, Carly. Sit down and tell us some more lies. It's fine.
Welcome to the show, only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Shawn Harvey Morning Show feature Wake Up Team with the Queen, SennyJ. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. I want to see the hearts in the chat room right now, guys. Show us the hearts, where the hearts at in the chat room. Hey, I want everyone to say good morning to each other. We have a loving community in the chat room. Everyone in the chat room, show each other some love. I know you probably are anyway, but I just need to say that. And all our new listeners, welcome to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team. And to our veteran listeners, please, let's welcome these folks into our beloved group. I want to see the hearts in the chat room right now. What else, Cindy? What else you got?
Well, remember our friend Jussie Smollett, everybody's favorite liar, keeping in trend with the liars. He is checking into a rehab treatment facility following his extremely difficult years he has been having. The Empire Star has checked into a rehab treatment facility. It's currently unclear why Jussie Smollett, who's currently 41 years old, has decided to seek help or what exactly he's recovering from. However, a rep who is close to the entertainer had this to say. Jussie has had an extremely difficult past few years. He has quietly been working very hard for some time now, and we are proud of him for taking these necessary steps. Of course, you know, his rehab stay is coming after his legal troubles with the Chicago police. In 2020, he was indicted by a Cook County grand jury on 6 counts of felony disorderly conduct for making 4 false police reports surrounding a fake hate crime that never happened. On January 29th of 2019, Jussie claimed that he was attacked by white Trump supporters as he walked to get food late at night. However, it was eventually revealed that he paid 2 Nigerian brothers to help him stage the entire ordeal. Why did we need to know they were Nigerian? Anyways, that is that. I don't know who be writing these articles. But that is what happened. He was sentenced to 150 days in county jail and 2.5 years on probation. In addition, he was ordered to pay around 120,000 restitution and was fined $25,000. He was, after serving 6 days, he was released from jail and he awaited the verdict of his appeal. So, yes, he's had a rough few years because he created this situation himself. Like, what? I don't know. Very weird, but I guess whatever. I guess he's feeling depressed, you know. He had this grand scheme, after he was let go from Empire or that his job was on the outs. He thought he would do this hate crime and possibly get reworked back into the show. It didn't work. Found out you were a liar. Okay, I guess you could go to therapy, but I mean, really? Rehab? You need rehab? I don't know.
Listen, welcome to the show, guys. Only place on earth where you get your morning start right. We all need rehab. All of us. Everybody in
Why
this.
Can't you just go to therapy? What are you going to rehab for?
Well, you need rehab therapy. Every one of us needs a therapist. If you're listening to this show and watching this show right now, welcome to all the over 100 people that are listening in the room that are in the room right now. If you're listening to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team at this moment, you do have some mental issues. Because for me, the lights are on and nobody's home. So if you're listening to me, then you're out of your mind. But I welcome that you do listen to this show and thank you. Because we're all in this together. And when something goes down with somebody in this community, in this loving chat room, in this group, we all help each other out. But one thing about us in this group, we're not a Jesse Smollett. We are not going to make up a story to generate publicity and put people in harm's way. And Cindy's right. Why would you point out two Nigerian brothers? And do you think that we sympathize with you, sir, when we all have our own individual lives that we're dealing with each and every day, and we're trying to kick this day in the ass? And you think we're going to sit there and because you're committing yourself to rehab because you had a rough couple of years? I don't give a damn if you had a rough couple of days, years, months, or whatever. You are excommunicated out of the Black community, sir, for what you did. And you can't work. You can't work. You're not getting it. But one thing I do love about you is you're on Instagram like nothing's never happened. That I do like about you. If you go to his Instagram page, you're like, none of this is like, it just never exists. But I don't sympathize with you. You know me, I would have gave you 5 years in jail. So go ahead to rehab, try to change your life, come back, you're 41 years old, come back 9 years from now. By that time, you'll be a pastor. You know, the Jesse for Jesus. Jesse for Jesus. And you're going to be anointed by the blood of the gods. And you're going to start a church in the north side of Chicago. And you're going to repent and you're going to get up there and you're going to share that the devil got into you.
Oh my gosh. That sounds about right. That sounds like it could work.
And this is where this is going. And 10 years from now, we're going to forgive your punk ass. Jesse for Jesus, 2024. But for now, sir, we don't sympathize with you. I don't sympathize with you. Go to rehab, do what you want. For what you did, and then you're going to take a noose and put it around your neck. And when Black people were hung on a regular basis, not even just 100 years ago, like white folks used to hang Black folks for sport on a Sunday morning. And you're going to do that to us? How dare you? Go away, Jesse. See you in 10 years. Jesus for Jesse. The Church of Jesse. Go away, sir. You had a rough year. We've all had rough years, bro.
What has been so rough for you? You haven't even been doing nothing. Like, just stop it. Go, just get out of here. Get out of here, Jesse.
Yeah,
Please.
Jesse, go. The thing is, when he go out in public, everybody, they're not saying it, but they thinking it. Look at him, lying ass neighbor.
Exactly. So
welcome to the show, guys. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Shawn Harvey on the show. Wake up team with the Queen, SennyJ. What else we got, Cindy?
Yes. This is a story I haven't really been able to dig into it because I've been looking into other things. However, it seems like it's getting real close to home for DJ Envy. And this real estate Ponzi scheme that him and another man by the name of Cesar Pena had gotten into, and it looks like it's coming to a head. House flipper who is tied to DJ Envy has been charged with Ponzi-like real estate fraud scheme by the feds. Cesar Pena, who is a celebrity house flipper with close ties to New York City radio host DJ Envy, was arrested yesterday on federal charges that he perpetrated a multi-million-dollar Ponzi-like investment fraud scheme. The charges come after months of social media accusations and civil litigation against Pena, whose victims say stole their money with promises of big profits. DJ Envy, whose real name is Rashawn Casey, has been caught up in the scheme because critics say he helped promote Pena, including through appearances on, of course, his radio show, The Breakfast Club, and which are accusations that he vehemently denies. In announcing the charges, federal authorities said Pena had exploited celebrity status and social media to develop a devoted following of potential victims. Promising returns that were too good to be true, Pena allegedly defrauded dozens of people of millions of dollars, said New Jersey U.S. Attorney Philip Selinger in a statement. Our office is committed to protecting the public from these schemes and prosecuting those who lie to investors for their own personal gain. DJ Envy is not named in the charges and is not accused of any criminal wrongdoing, but federal prosecutors specifically noted that that Pena partnered with a celebrity disc jockey and radio personality, and he is listed as individual one, to boost his reputation as a real estate guru. Together, they used individual one's celebrity to promote various real estate enterprises that Pena controlled. They also said Pena represented that he was a highly successful real estate investor, owned thousands of properties in multiple states, and had business relationships with numerous celebrity clients. Um, this started back in May when an Instagram account accused him of defrauding numerous investors and accused Envy of playing a role. That led to a flood of civil lawsuits from dozens of victims who say Pena owed them thousands or millions of dollars. One victim's attorney estimated that more than 30 investors have already come forward seeking over $40 million from Pena and his wife, Jennifer. DJ Envy says that not only are the allegations false, but he himself is also a victim of Pena's alleged scheme, but also defamatory. He's using the social media influencer who first publicized the allegations, claiming he spewed lies to promote his own real estate business, and he's demanding to be dismissed from the investor lawsuits. What? Yeah, this is the first time I'm ever really seeing it. But yeah, they were saying that they were telling people to invest in these homes and that they were going to flip these homes and that they would get a percentage of the sale rate. Nothing was getting done. No homes were being built. Money that was sent, money there are also people with allegations that they gave DJ Envy money. He's saying he's never taken any money from anyone. So I guess we're gonna see. But if they're already know who you are in court documents, just because they haven't filed charges on you again, they're looking to tie you to something. So it might be coming down the pipeline for you. I'm surprised that they're not addressing any of this. They addressed it on the Breakfast Club, but just him saying, all that has nothing to do with me, blah, blah, blah. Just trying to deflect. But we gonna see. Because one thing these district U.S. attorneys love to do is put you in the mix of something, okay? They crack down on these celebrities hard. So we'll see. We'll see DJ Envy. I don't know. I believe it. I mean, because it sounds like, I guess into the level that you were involved, maybe you can kind of claim, what is that? What is that word? When you,
Uh,
plausible deniability or something like that? But
you use that term a lot, plausible deniability. First of all, Nubian Sykes, you stay online before we get into this whole Rashawn Casey situation, aka DJ Envy. Nubian Sykes, you say in the chat room that you hate the Jets. I hate your Jets, Shawn. Well, Nubian Sykes, we hate you too.
oh my God.
We're going to give you that same energy. Don't start with me. I already got green on right now. We'll talk about that later. Go Jets. What's this guy named Pena? What's this guy's name? He's a Dominican guy. He's named Pena. Already, it's 2 strikes against this guy.
Is he Dominican? He looks Puerto
Pena?
Rican.
Pena?
Caesar
Are you kidding me? Pena?
Caesar Pena.
Caesar Pena.
I don't know if it's Pena or Pina. It
If
didn't
it's
have the tilde on top, so maybe it's Pena.
if it's Caesar Pena, I'm not gonna bet my life on it. But that sounds Dominican to me. Put it on one in the chat room if you think that sounds Dominican. That's Dominican squared one.
He does kind of look Dominican. Let me see. Let me find a picture of this boy.
Shout out to all my Dominicans out there. I got love for you.
But it's like they want to talk about this guy, but they got DJ Envy picture all over the
Yeah,
place. Like,
because Caesar Pena, the Dominican, God bless him, he had a whole lot of game, and he was already coming in with his corn artist ways, and he got DJ Envy involved in it. So he threw Envy underneath the bus. And the reason why it accelerated because everybody's trusting DJ Envy. So Envy got taken advantage of, and then he put the whole radio platform in jeopardy. Look at him. Let me see. That's Cindy. That's Dominican, bro.
that's Caesar Pena.
That's a Dominican. He works in it like his cousin work in a bodega. That's a Dominican. God bless my Dominican folks.
I'm weak.
And my whole thing is DJ Envy jumped out the window with this dude. And this dude was a fraud from the beginning. So DJ Envy pay for this? No, he shouldn't. He DJ Envy, the only guilt that DJ Envy is he promoted this guy who was a corn artist. If DJ Envy, if there's no charges brought up on DJ Envy, then he didn't do anything wrong. The only thing DJ Envy, like I said, did wrong was directed people over here to this guy Caesar Pena, and then they had all these real estate seminars, and people follow DJ Envy. Now, if DJ Envy gets indicted in this charge, then he has to remove himself from Power 105, which a lot of people don't like DJ Envy right now for the reasons of guilty by association. And then he's got an issue with the credit dude, another Latino dude in Jersey who accused Envy of taking 25% of his business and wasn't properly promoting his credit business. And DJ Envy wanted all his money. And he also gave Mr. Pena some money. So DJ Envy get fired from 105.1 in New York City? I say no. What I do say is, Envy, you with your car shows and your and this real estate, if this stuff is not 100% legit, leave it alone, bro. Just come to work, do your job, and go home. And if you want to do some side promoting, just do that off the side. You already have millions of people following you. You don't even need to get 105.1 involved in this. You don't even need to interview people on that platform. You could just set up shop on social media, interview people, and go from that. And go from that point, because you don't want to jeopardize your career at 105.1. Those are jobs come 1 in a million, and you don't want to screw that up. And right now, the public, see, the thing is, DJ Envy's public perception is damaged right now. DJ Envy, should you go on air and say, listen, I apologize? I think you should. I think you should go up there, even though you didn't do nothing wrong. Just apologize. You sitting there like, yo, he in interviews, he's like, yo, like I tell everybody, you got to do your homework. You got to do your homework. No, Envy. Everybody did their homework. They called on you. You the one that should have did your homework on this guy.
Yeah, he's just trying to distance himself so far from it.
Yeah, and that's you're not looking good in the court of public opinion with that.
Did you get any money from what he did with you? That's like the biggest
DJ Envy used to go
right
online and apologize to your followers who believed in you. You almost like the Moses of the radio. You tell people, you lead them to the sea, they'll walk across the sea for you. But people lost their hard-earned money. And that's another thing, folks. Y'all sitting here, all of, especially Black folks and everybody on earth, everybody wanted that quick money real fast. Because we got a part to play in it as well. Yo, give me 30,000 in 6 months. I'll give you 42 back. You make 6,000. And we quick to try to make that fast money. Sometimes slow nickels are better than fast dollars. So a lot of times you gonna give DJ, I mean, this is a guy that you listen to a radio that interview other celebrities. It's not qualified for real estate.
That's what when I first heard the story, I was like, no, this can't be, because why real estate and a DJ radio host it has nothing to go with each other.
And black and Latino and white folks, because back in the days, 20 and 30 years ago, of course, like, and Cindy preaches this all the time. You know, the Babylonians dominated all markets, even the real estate market, until the last 30 years when blacks and Latinos invaded the real estate market because they gained the knowledge and they acquired these houses, and they would flip houses and make money off of them, like white folks been doing for generations. So that part, I'm not mad at, that blacks and Latinos did their homework. But the problem now is it's an oversaturation of minorities in the real estate business.
Yeah.
Everybody, I don't know. I'm not gonna bet my life on it, but all of us that are listening to this show right now, the 86 people that are in the room, but by the way, that was up to 160 at one point. Mm-hmm. Each person in this room, I'm not gonna bet my life on it, knows somebody, or they know somebody that's a real estate agent. Everybody's on earth is a real estate agent. There's not even enough houses out there to make any money. Blacks and Latinos, we need to divert from that, because there's other sources of income out in these streets where you can make some money. So that's another problem. It's too many real estate. It's oversaturated the market with real estate agents. Not enough houses out there.
Yes, that's true.
But to me, real estate agents are like credit repair people. You see them all the time. No disrespect. I know y'all out there working, and I get it. But stop trying to make that quick 10,000. I need that 10 right now. Here, take my 20. He's going to give me back 32. I'm going to make 12 in 90 days. That don't happen all the time.
Especially not in something in real estate. It's when you're flipping homes and doing reconstruction, all that type of stuff. And that's what they were banking on. Because you telling somebody you're going to get a 30% return on your money in a matter of months for a house that's they're not even doing any work on. You're not even seeing where these properties are. And then when people are calling asking for their money, you just be like, oh, the plumbing was messed up. We're going to have a delay. People that do real estate, they're kind of familiar with that. They know that they can say that to people and they'll be like, oh, okay. But you need to see something. Go there, look at the property at least. Don't just go blindly off of what somebody's saying. It's with so much money at stake.
Exactly. One of my friends, SennyJ, is a millionaire. I know a lot of millionaires.
Right.
And this guy, Cindy, he does real estate. He's a black man. I'm so proud of this man. He's actually one of the money team, Mayweather, the money team, Mayweather money team. He's one of those guys.
Okay.
Cindy, he's in the real estate, but he sells homes for $1 million, $2 million, $3 million, where he get a commission. His commission is like $600,000.
Right.
See, and there's levels to this, but on this DJ MV Caesar Pena level, it's the crab. It's the crab in the barrel. This guy Pena is a con artist. There's one house, it's somewhere in Jersey, that's really worth $25,000. They mark it up to $250,000, and they're getting resources from 75 people that they think that they're going to get profit off a house that's worth $25,000. And then he took the money and started buying Gucci bags and Louis bags and doing whatever he wants with it. And then, like Cindy said, then when people want to know about their investment money, plumbing, this, that. And next thing you know, you lost $20,000. Be careful out there, folks. And let me tell you one more thing before we move on. Y'all not real estate agents. Stop. I don't care if you go get a license and blah, blah, blah. If you about that life, you got to be out there 24 hours a day trying to sell and buy homes and whatever. You can't just get a certificate. I'm a real estate agent now. Listen. Shut up. Not a real estate agent. You sell one house a year. Get out. Knock it off. Mr. Pena, you got to go to jail. Mr. DJ Envy, shut your mouth. No more promoting. Or if you're going to promote something, promote it on the side. Don't jeopardize that great job that you have on 1051 because you know the sharks are out there. There's 28,000 people that will take your job tomorrow. Go ahead, Cindy.
Yes.
Put a
In
number one in the chat room if you know a real estate agent. Put a number two if you don't. Put a number one in the chat room if you know it. Put a number one in the chat room if you know a real estate agent. Put a number two if you don't. Go ahead, Cindy. There's probably four real
I think
estate agents. There's probably four real estate agents in our group right now.
I think it's different though too. Real estate agents or a real estate developer. I think that's what he was passing himself off as. So
Put a number one in the chat room if you know a real estate agent. Put a number two if you don't.
keep a close eye on him.
SennyJ, my mother at 91 years old, God bless her, she's a real estate agent.
Is she? Like, did she used to do that?
No.
But she should have. She is very convincing. She will talk you into something now.
That's right. She's heavy in the senior citizen housing market.
She should have been. Mama Harvey, if you're listening, it is never too late, girl. I would buy anything from you. Go ahead.
Everybody, every black folk on earth is a real estate agent. Knock it off. Go back to your job and go to work. And keep your 10,000 in your pocket or Mr. Pena gonna take it.
Yeah.
And think about it, black folks. When the last time you gave a Dominican $10,000? The last time I gave a Dominican any money was 30 years ago when I was doing cocaine. And various bodegas throughout my life.
We're moving on.
Okay.
Moving.
Put a number one in the chat room if you ever cop cocaine from a Dominican. City, give me 17 number ones, please.
I don't want to bring you back there.
Okay. I'm too old to cop drugs, City. I don't even know how to do it.
Listen. Tell that to these people out here. A Texas high school student is being sent to a disciplinary alternative education program over a decision to not cut his dreadlocks or his locks. I thought we were past this already. I thought there was a rule in place. A Black Texas high school student is headed to a disciplinary alternative education program. Daryl George, 18 years old, was sentenced to in-school suspension at Barbers Hill High School in Mont Bellevue. And his principal reportedly informed him this week that he would be sent to EPIC, which is an alternative education program from October 12th to November 29th, due to his failure to comply with various rules in the classroom and on campus. The letter claims Daryl has consistently disregarded the district's previously communicated standards of student conduct. In addition, the letter states that the high school junior may resume normal classroom instruction, but may not return to the high school campus unless he meets the needs with administrators to discuss his behavior. They don't go into his behavior. That's a little weird. While there is no uniform requirement, the student handbook for Barbers Hill Independent School District states that hair that extends below the eyebrows, earlobes, or atop of a t-shirt collar is forbidden for males. All pupils must have neat, well-groomed hair that is geometric in shape and not an unusual hue or variation. Dorisha George, who's Daryl's mother, and the family lawyer refute that the teenager's hairstyle is against the dress code. In a federal civil rights lawsuit against the state attorney general and governor, the family filed formal complaints with the Texas Education Agency, claiming they were not enforcing the state's Crown Act, which was implemented on September 1st and outlaws discrimination based on hairstyles. The school district also sued in state district court, requesting an injunction to determine whether the Crown Act is violated by the dress code that limits males' hair length. This is a picture of his hair. I don't know if that's how he wears it regularly, but it looks like it is. This does not look unkempt or long. It is long, but it's not like hanging down. I don't know. I think that that's messed up. If that is what they're doing to him, and yeah,
Well,
Black people get out of Texas. Like,
um,
y'all want to stay in these southern states so bad. This is what you have to deal with.
well, first of all, let's put a pause on long and hanging down. Let's pause that. Um, how many times have we said it on this show? You Black folks want to move to these places that have the worst laws and policies in the country. Texas, Georgia. How many times have we been on this show giving you guys vital information, which y'all don't care about because y'all are on this show to laugh? Especially the state of Georgia, who has the worst voting policies in the country. SennyJ's reported out 1,000 times. But boy, y'all like to flock to Atlanta.
Oh yeah, I need to do that. They had a gerrymandering case coming up. I'm not looking at that for tomorrow.
You see, gerrymander. You see what Cindy said? They're changing the districts, guys, if you don't know what that means, to make sure that white folks have a stronghold on their Republican Party geographically, so they could still hold the power. And you know who else have the power? And welcome to the show, guys. Only place on earth where you get your morning started, right? Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team with the Queen, SennyJ. You know how we give it up. And you know who else have the power before I get into Mr. Darryl George? Darryl George, it sounds like a DJ from North Jersey that plays house music. Darryl George, get out of Texas because your true identity is to be a DJ that's playing house music in Jersey. Because you have a house music name, my friend, my beloved nephew. But where's the true power? Are you listening to SennyJ and her story? The true power is in the school district. The school district has all the power. They get the money from the taxes from individuals. They get federally funded by the state. They get funding from the state and the feds. Where do you think all those free lunches come from? And the buses and all that. They get money. So they got the power. Who's on the school district? I'm not going to bet my life. Probably 9 straight Babylonians. I'm not talking about nobody urban.
Yeah, and I'm trying to figure out, when did he go to this school? Like, he's a senior already. So when did this problem even come up? His locks are obviously very long. So, like, why is this a problem right now? Like, I'm trying to figure out. He must be new to the district because it don't make no sense to me.
Let's put a pause on very long. And matter of fact, his dreadlocks look absolutely beautiful to me. Pause. The man is 18 years old. He's on the thrust of entering his life. And you're going to traumatize this man because of his hairstyle? And there's nothing that no one could do about it because probably the school board is the good old boys in the state of Texas. 18-year-old Darryl George is literally being prosecuted for just being a black man wearing dreads because he doesn't have this choice in this particular school district in Texas. But no, we don't care about that. We trying to get our $10,000 back from Caesar Pena from 107.5 New York. But when the real issues are in this country, we don't care. Black folks, if you live in Texas, it's good. I'm talking to the black folks that's thinking about migrating. You know what? I'll be in Texas in a few weeks. I'm only staying there 12 hours. They don't have no power down there. How many times cities report every time it gets to 20 degrees down there, the power go out for 4 days? Even our beloved Lee Scott gave us his own personal journey when the water went out. Him and the whole family over there thirsty as hell, and that dog. Stay out of Texas. Stay out of Georgia. You know what they did in Georgia? They used to vote in the churches in Georgia.
These
Like
people.
Mother Swanson was able to vote in church on Sundays. They took that away by a stroke of a pen with the Republican governor of Georgia. And none of this, you wouldn't be alarmed at that.
I don't care, Shawn.
But you want to go down, you want to go to Buck, you want, and the city of Buckhead, the Buckhead wants to part ways with the city of Atlanta to have their own city because they tired of these black folks running all up and down there. So Mr. Darryl George, 18 years old, continue to wear your dreads, bro. Continue to wear them and move out of Texas and come to North Jersey. What else you got?
No, come to North Jersey.
You got a DJ name, Darryl George. That's a DJ name.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish it up with a Throwback Thursday story. Um, a Jordan Vandersloot who was um I'm sorry. Jordan Vandersloot admits to killing Alabama teen Natalie Holloway, but her body will never be found, the judge said. Almost 2 decades after Natalie Holloway vanished in Aruba, the man long suspected in her death has confessed to killing the Alabama teen in grisly detail, court documents reveal. Jordan Vandersloot's confession was publicized shortly after he pleaded guilty in federal court yesterday to extorting and defrauding Holloway's family. He was accused of trying to sell information about the location of Holloway's remains to her mother in exchange for $250,000. What an idiot! It's over. Joran Vandersloot is no longer the suspect in my daughter's murder. He is the killer, said the mother on Wednesday. After 18 years, Natalie's case is solved, she said. He gave a proffer in which he finally confessed to killing Natalie. A a proffer is when a defendant offers information they know about a crime as part of a plea deal. Vandersloot, who is 36 years old, admitted to killing the teen with a cinder block on an Aruban beach after she rejected his sexual advances. He said that Holloway kneed him in the crotch after he tried feeling her up, and he responded by kicking her in the face and bludgeoning her with a cinder block. That is so sad. He then decided to push her off into the ocean, according to the interview transcript. Holloway's body has never been found. In 2012, an Alabama judge signed an order declaring her legally dead. The deaths of Holloway in 2005 and Stephanie Flores, who is a Peruvian woman, in 2010, whom Vandersloot previously admitted to killing, prompted Judge Anna Monasco to sentence him to 20 years on the federal charges. That's not even enough. Um, she said, you have brutally murdered in separate incidents years apart two beautiful women who refused your sexual advances. The judge said Holloway's body would never be found based on his confession. He had been arrested multiple times in connection with Holloway's death. However, he was always released by Aruban authorities who cited a lack of direct evidence. He's currently serving a 28-year prison sentence in Peru for the 2010 murder of Flores. Um, in 2021 he was convicted of trafficking cocaine into prison and was sentenced to an additional 18 years in Peru. So Peruvian law prohibits sentences from exceeding a total of 35 years unless given a life sentence. The defendant is currently scheduled for release from prison in Peru on or about June 10th in 2045. And then after that, he will return to the US to do his 20 years. So it appears unlikely, they said, that he would return to the US to serve prison time. So I don't know, but he's going to be in jail for a long time. But it is very, I remember when this story like first came out and I was a lot younger, and it was just, it started that whole thing about never leaving the country, and there was this fear about leaving and things can happen to you, and um going abroad and everything like that. I always thought it was so sad, but I knew that he was always looked at, you could tell he was the last one that was alone with her, but because they didn't have any evidence, he was always getting away. And look, he killed somebody else. He's a serial killer. So I'm glad that this mom can get some closure, but she never really, you don't have your child's body, you don't know where it is, but it's in the ocean, you know.
Yeah, it's part of the ecosystem right now. And I say that with the most respect and my condolences.
Yeah.
And for this
So
guy who's got to do, he's not released until June 10th, 2024, 2045, and they got to come to the U.S. and serve the rest of the time. That's not going to happen. And how many times have I said this to you guys? Ladies and gentlemen, be careful when you go abroad. Even when we was in Costa Rica that year, SennyJ wanted to go to a nightclub in the middle of the jungle at 10 o'clock at night and leave the resort. Thank God she didn't. Thank God she didn't. She might have been trapped out there, and we would still be looking for our beloved SennyJ. The show would have still went on. The show would have still went on. And SennyJ's loving memory.
it's okay. Keep the show going. Keep the
But
show going.
a lot of times you folks want to vent. That's why I never venture off the resort. You just never know. And then you don't know who's out there. A young lady just simply rejected a sexual advancements, and it cost her her life. Be careful when you go abroad. You don't know what's going on. Half the time, if you're going to drink, stay on the resort. A lot of folks like Senny. Senny says, and it always resonates in my head. She always says this when we go away. I want to feel and see what the culture's about. I want to feel the culture of where the fuck I'm going. This young lady that's passed away, she felt the culture all right. She would never see her again. Sometimes it's okay not to go out. You don't know what the laws and the policies of these countries are. And then when you leave the resort, you lose your passport. There's a lot going on. Be careful in these streets. No one should. This woman did not deserve to get murdered with a cinder block and throw them out to the fishes, guppy meat. How you get on a plane and go to an exotic place and then you turn into guppy meat? Stay your asses on the resort. Take some nice flicks. Go to the all the food is inclusive. I don't even do the excursions. I don't even play none of that. Unless my wife said, I want to go, and she start, complaining about it, then I'll go. But stay safe when you travel abroad. You don't know what's gonna happen. And then now that he's convicted of this crime, he's already in the Peruvian jail. You don't know what their laws are. They might have these third world countries, they might have a coup, a uprising, a dictator takes over, release everybody out of jail. Now he's out. Be careful in these streets, guys, if you travel. Everybody prayers up for Miss Miko. We want to make sure she get back safely. The world is burning. The world is burning. If you don't think the world's burning right now, look what's going on over there in the Middle East. They blowing up hospitals with kids in them now.
Yeah,
they blowing up schools, hospitals. What the babies got to do with all of this? What the elderly folks got to do with all of this? And now they blaming each other. Oh no, we didn't do that. Well, who did?
The blame game. It's crazy.
Black folks, stay out of Dubai. Stay out of there for the next 5 years. Don't go nowhere near there.
Shawn, I'm going.
Black folks, before we get out of here, for the last 5 years, y'all love to go to Dubai and all these stupid places. Stay your punk asses right here. The world is burning. Until everything calms down, then you go abroad. They have travel. I bet you, Cindy, look up the travel advisory for Israel right now. Your phone might blow up.
Nobody's going to Israel,
Look
Shawn.
at the travel advisory of Saudi Arabia. You can look up the travel advisory of the Bronx, New York. It's all going to come up the same. Red. Look at the travel advisory of all 50% of these countries in the world. They tell you don't go. Look up the travel advisory of Russia, England, France, Philadelphia. But y'all still want to go out and oblivious to the world burning up. And then you get to the airport. Why flights canceled? Because Israel's burning up. That's why. Damn, I shouldn't have booked on Spirit. Like, what's wrong with you?
John Greer, he was asking if Dubai is a dry country. No, it's not a dry country, but where you can buy liquor is restricted. Usually they'll serve it like at the hotels or a direct bar, or they do say that you can get the alcohol out of like the duty free when you're at the airport, but you can't be like drinking it all over the place.
You can't turn up in all these countries, John. You turn up here at home. What about the Russian guy that went into the Russian parliament, the American, and he gonna rip down one of the pictures in the wall that Cindy talked about? He did 5 to 10 years in jail, plumb crazy, and died. And that's another thing. We got a problem. We don't know how to act when we go abroad because we so American. They don't pick. Don't you know half of the world don't like us? They only want us there for the tourist industry. Miss Miko went to Greece months back, right, Cindy?
Yeah.
Nobody. There's the black folk. Greeks folks that don't like black folks.
Shawn.
Cindy, how many Greek friends do you have? None. Ask me the same thing, Cindy. None.
Do a lot of Greeks live here?
They live here, but they don't live around us.
Well, I've never run into one. I'm sure if I did, they'd be very nice. Who is that? Didn't you have a Greek friend, a comedian that was on here telling us about Greek sauce?
Yeah, but I only see him when we working.
That's not your friend.
That's what I'm saying. And we got one Greek hero, and that's our basketball player that played for the Bucks, and he's black. All right, Cindy, you got the last word. Thank you so much for tuning in. I want to see the hearts in the chat room. Be careful out there on these streets. We'll be back tomorrow, God willing, for Feel Good Friday. Put a number 1 chat room if you enjoyed the show today. Put a number 2 if you didn't. Next Thursday, a week from now, we have Comedy in Harlem, 508 East 117th Street, New York City. Music by DJ Hot Sauce. Tony Bird is one of the comedians as well. She's hilarious. Hosted by your boy, SennyJ. Be in the building, also Miss Miko. So y'all come on out. That's Comedy in Harlem, 508 East 117th Street, New York City. Doors open up at 6, showtime 7. Go ahead, Cindy, you got it.
No, Nicole Harris. She said, I just deleted Dubai off my bucket list. Will not go there ever. Oh my gosh, why?
Thank you.
Why, Nicole?
I tell you why.
Dubai was a vibe.
I tell you why. Can I answer for Nicole Harris? Can I speak for you?
Why are you gonna do that, Nicole?
Nicole Harris, can I speak for you, young lady? This is your brother, your morning leader, Shawn Harvey. Let me speak for you, young lady.
Please don't.
Nicole Harris and others have sense. They see the bigger picture. They have clarity. They're not looking at the instant gratification of going somewhere just to be going somewhere. They literally thinking about their safety. Right. She's smart to take Dubai off your bucket list for the next 20 years because of the unrest that's going on in the Middle East. And they don't like black folks. And Nicole Harris, who
does like black folks?
Hold on a second.
Who does?
Black folks. Nicole Harris, who we know, who's a hero on this show, who takes pictures. If you're friends with Nicole Harris on social media, she's taking pictures every other day, living her best life. You think you're able to take pictures like that in a country like Dubai where they just uh women just was allowed to watch the soccer game 2 years ago and they gave them the right to drive? Nicole Harris is absolutely right. This is a woman with some sense and some clarity. She's not going somewhere where there's a hot zone. How's she gonna go all the way to Dubai and can't take pictures?
I can't. I can't with this anymore. Okay, well, I wish you would reconsider.
And I don't understand, Cindy J, why you would even entertain the fact of going to one of the hottest places in the country, literally hot and literally a red zone because there's a war going on out there. I don't understand it.
It's because the war is not going to trickle down to over there. You know what I'm saying? It's not. It'll be contained to where it's always been contained to. The Saudis have they have so much money over there. They are not worried about some little countries fighting over land. They don't give two damns about that.
I said we're gonna
Just
leave you
like
with
the
the
USA don't give a damn about everybody else.
we're gonna leave you with the last word. God bless.
Okay, the last word is motivation is what gets you started, but habit is what keeps you going. Yeah, that's it. So
One more
get
time.
motivated to get into a habit today.
One more time, Cindy.
Motivation is what gets you started, and habit is what keeps you going. You're welcome.
What is Princess talking about?
I don't know. Let me see.
Sick of your neighbor's shit. It's everywhere. Sick of your neighbor's shit. It's everywhere. What is he talking about?
I don't know. I don't be in them comments.
Yo, Cindy, yo, Princess, talk to me.
Oh, what? But because I said it's not everywhere. It's still in Israel and
Oh yeah,
Palestine. It's not
Cindy, you
they're not
talking to
warring in the other countries.
yeah, but Cindy, he's absolutely
Iran is trying to act like they're gonna jump in and do something, but I don't think so. They don't want no New York smoke. They don't want
Cindy.
America.
Cindy, it is everywhere. I agree with Princess. You're just dumbing it down to geographical regions.
No,
It's
because
it's
yes,
more of a mentality. Muslim folks, even though they're in different countries, they still have the same beliefs. I mean, some of them are moderate, some of them are extreme, and then we're not gonna get with the terrorist fraction of Muslims, but they still Muslims, Cindy J. So even though they might not be in Saudi Arabia or whatever these other countries, Muslim folks still feel a certain way about what's going on over there in the West Bank and in the Gaza Strip. So you can't just confine it to just a geographic like you go, yeah, but it's just over there. It's no problem. I think it's bigger than just over there, City.
of course it's a worldwide issue right now. But I don't think the people that are living in Dubai or the people that are vacationing in Dubai are worried right now about it. Everybody has everybody has governments, everybody has armies, and there's literally US embassies in practically all of these places. So if something were to pop off and you're on your little weekend vacation in Dubai, I'm sure you'll be able to know about it and have enough time to get home before anything severe happens. So
Cindy,
let's just stop with the fearful propaganda,
Cindy,
okay?
Prince is talking about black folks everywhere. People don't like black folks everywhere. That's what he put in the chat room.
Um, I don't know. I don't know.
All right.
Get motivated to start a habit today.
Okay, we see you guys tomorrow. We are out of here. Let's go. Wave, Cindy.
Bye. See you later.